You verify we do have a quorum. Are there any comments by citizens? No. Approval of the minutes. You should have the May 27th, 2026 meeting, which was our last meeting that we held. Are there any questions, additions, or other items discussed in the minutes? Entertain a motion to approve.
I move to approve the meetings of May 27th, 2026.
Moved by John.
Second.
Second by Nick. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the minutes are approved. Engineer report.
I have a couple of handouts that I'll distribute. And sort of along the lines of the stuff we've been talking about for the last couple of meetings. Well, I'll just go ahead one at a time here. So the first one that I handed out is the work we're going to be doing over Van Buren Street. And we had discussed improvements to the storm sewer infrastructure over there along the Van Buren Street corridor. However, there was also stormwater issues to the south of Van Buren on both Portland and Shook Street. And if you look at the map, the blue and the red, magenta lines are all going to be constructed as a part of the CC&G project. And in fact, that work is going to begin maybe as early as the 1st of August. So the work that's going on right now, guys, for the sanitary sewer project, they're already all the way through to the field. They're going to start doing their lateral work over there, and then they'll hopefully be done by the end of August so that then our street contractor can get in there and do new street curbs, sidewalks for Van Buren from Glen Grove all the way to the field. So that's going to happen here relatively shortly. And then the stormwater infrastructure that you see on this map is also going to be installed as part of the project. That being said, the green storm sewer on Chug and the yellow storm sewer on Portland are offshoots of this that need to occur. Everybody agrees. We've gone and looked at it a number of times. The costs associated with those two extensions of storm sewer infrastructure are outlined on the two handouts that are attached to the sheet. And the total project cost, or I'm saying the total construction cost, is estimated at about $280,000. I would like, and I think Shannon would agree with me working here today, I would like to have this work done in conjunction with the CC&G project. I think it's timely to do it now. This work has not been designed or surveyed or quite frankly, even nothing's been done on it. And while I don't have a formal proposal today, I wanted to throw out a number for you guys to consider. And Commonwealth would do surveying, design of the storm sewer infrastructure, as well as bidding it, because it's over $150,000, so we'll have to bid it. And I'm suggesting we'll do all that work for $30,000, not to exceed. I'm asking for approval today so we can get this going and get this built as a part of this project before the end of the year. So that's my first thing. That's probably my one ask.
So this blue line is going to be going in after or before the streets occur?
Yeah, before. In fact, it'll be the first thing that happens.
So it's going to happen pretty quick.
Yes. So the sooner we can get rolling on the other stuff, the better.
You mentioned the red magenta.
Magenta,
When I
yeah.
went to school, there was only 8 crayons in the box.
That's okay. It's eight, you can call it pink.
So does that include that part there too?
Correct. All the intersections will be upgraded and you'll see new inlets, curb, gutter, stuff like that. So all that's going to be paid for through the CC&G project, so there's no outlay on you guys in that respect. It's just the stuff to the south.
Does the stuff to the south have to also be done before
No, that work can be done in conjunction with the street improvements, and I'm hopeful that maybe even the contractor doing that work can do the other ones too.
Because once they're there and they're mobilized,
That's
it's a lot easier.
That's my thought too, Ken. So,
So then as far as like, does this include street repair as well?
It would
This
be-
is everything?
it would be all in, backfill, pavement replacement, curb replacement, anything that's damaged as a part of the extension of the storm sewer infrastructure itself.
So if we approve this today, then we'll need to come back and probably have a meeting pretty quick.
Correct, and you'll have to award that work immediately.
You said you're seeking an amount not to exceed 30,000.
That's correct.
I would make that motion to accept that amount.
Moved by Nick,
Second.
seconded by John. Other questions for Ben on the project here? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed?
Appreciate that, guys. I'll get something formal to you guys for signature. I wanted to try to get this going as soon as humanly possible. Now, the other two things that I'm gonna hand out are more so informational. And, I'm still working on the number for the one, but I'll share both of these with you now. We had talked about improvements at the park in conjunction with other upgrades you guys are making, and storm sewers was one piece of it. So we figured out a different way to go with the storm sewer over there. And there is an outlet to the east of the community center there that we can tie into that has a depth that allow us to extend into the park quite a ways with a new storm sewer. And this is all going to be done in conjunction with the improvements that you guys are doing out in the park. The estimate that and you can see the conceptual map of the park improvements is also attached in this. And we threw the storm sewer on that too, so just so you can sort of see where everything's going. I do think I'm going to make a change to this, and the storm sewer infrastructure you see at the sort of the northeast corner of the park. I'm going to reroute that south to this trunk line. I can't go as far west as 27, so I can't pick up the stuff over there on the highway side, but there is an outlet to the south on Park Avenue. This price and plan was, correct me if I'm wrong, Greg, was submitted as a part of a grant. So you guys are waiting to hear on this grant.
Well, yeah, the deadline's August 1st.
Okay.
It hasn't been.
Okay, it hasn't been
It's part of the
submitted.
grant application for the land water conservation fund grant that we brought to council about.
Okay. Well, and I think at the end of the day, the city's hopeful they'll get these grant funds and they'll be able to construct this infrastructure along with other park improvements in the plan. So this, again, was just more so informational. I do think, and I'll just throw this out there, guys, I know the price tag looks a little steep for the stormwater stuff. I think that number's relatively conservative, and what I mean by that is I think it's high. I mean, I think you can get this work done for cheaper than the $500,000 that's presented there, but again, you're seeking a grant for these improvements, and again, just informational, if nothing else.
Is there presently any drainage in the park other than over, yeah,
Hard to see this. There's a couple inlets that we extended from the north side
north
into the
side.
park.
yeah.
And then
that's about it.
there's a couple of inlets on the south side, but none of the infrastructure is in good shape. There's even where I cross Hendrick Street over here and it showed that first blue manhole. There's even an inlet there too, Dave.
Yeah.
But it's like a 6-inch tile. It's not taking away any kind of significant storm water.
There's nothing in the park proper.
I think about 10 or 15 years ago, we did a project on the alley between Indiana and Langdon
Yeah,
Street.
That's
It
correct.
came into like that.
Right behind Nick's house, right behind Nick's house.
Yeah, it's
There's still
connected.
volleyball
Yeah.
hoops there?
Pardon?
The volleyball courts used to be.
Yeah, I think they were still there then, yeah. So, but that can't be extended any farther, though. That's literally only a couple of feet there.
Yeah, that's cool.
She mentioned on your quote, 15-inch and 12-inch. Where's the 15 and 12?
The 15 is gonna go all the way past Hendricks into the park, maybe to the second manhole kit, and then everything else will be 12. I'll try to get that more appropriately labeled. Again, just informational at this juncture.
Oh, and you also have some along 27. so-
Yeah, that, I was gonna try to alleviate some flooding over there on my ball lands. But, yeah, any other questions on any of that? The last one was an area that I had circled in a box a couple of months ago when we met. It's pretty much bounded by Springer, Harrison Street to the west, and then Compromise Street to the north, and Park Street on the south. All of the storm sewer infrastructure in this area is completely, it's old, very old. And a lot of the inlets and catch basins along there are in a state of disrepair. This project, while I don't have a cost right now, I just talked to Kurt Shannon about this Friday. I think I'm gonna pull back some of the improvements that we show between Center Street and Compromise, because there's a decent sized storm sewer on Compromise. It's in decent shape. So I don't think I need to go that far north. This is fairly big pipe. We're talking 36-inch, 24-inch. So this would be a nice backbone to capturing the drainage in this area. This project, and I've outlined this to Shannon, is probably not one you guys can really bite off in one piece. I think when we were looking at rough estimates for the costs here, just because we're in the pavement primarily, we're talking about anywhere from $1.5 to $2 million. So I'm going to try to firm up that number, and I'll present that at the next stormwater meeting. And because again, I need to make a couple of changes. But again, I see this being phased over a number of years. You'll start at the bottom and then slowly work your way north. And then, at some point in the future, you'll have this all knocked out. But this is definitely a large project, much larger than I'm assuming you have funds for. So again, you'll have to bite this off in pieces. So this is again informational just for now. So nothing more there. And that's all I've got, guys.
Any other questions for Ben? Thanks for your work. Thanks for
Thank you.
the color. Okay, moving on here, Brown Equipment Company, back and jetter truck.
A lot of times you're looking at tractor trucking, water base for rain. Well, didn't do it last year, so they want to do 2 weeks of catch bases to catch them on this year. I think that's just part of the maintenance.
So am I correct here, for 2 weeks, we'd be looking at the 5167 weekly times 2?
Yeah.
So about
Yeah.
10,300 or so. Any questions?
What's the likelihood of it going over 2 weeks? Because if it goes into the third week, it's the same as a monthly, so. Will it just be 2 weeks, do you think?
Yeah.
or-
Okay.
Okay.
Shut it down after 2 weeks.
Any questions on that? I entertain a motion.
Make that motion.
Thank you.
I will second that.
Second by John. All of those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Shannon's absence, we didn't have a superintendent's report. You have in front of you the general claims, list of the general claims. If there's any questions, we can address those. If not, I would entertain a motion to approve those claims.
I'd like to move to approve the general claims.
Thank you.
Second.
Second, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Claims are approved. Next meeting date, do we want to set that, or is that gonna be driven off your bids?
Yeah, let's give it a month, yeah, maybe 2 months from now, but I'll try to get Shannon another date. Okay.
But we do get an advantage if we can get that team up here with her, you know.
I totally agree, and again, I'd like to be able to use one of the contractors that we.
Okay.
VTF, which is our sanitary contractor, is doing a great job, and they were actually the low bidder for your water improvements project too, so they're gonna be around, so I think we've got a couple of quality people.
Good. Any other board comments? Attorney comments? Nope. Move, take motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Move,
Second.
second, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.